Today we're going to be sharing your 5 top tips on how to hire the right people for your business. Thank you. Today we're bringing to you our how-to guide on how to hire the right people for your business.
To Leaders Path, a leadership and recruitment blog delivering wide-ranging content that will help you be a great leader. Brought to you by Middleton's Assured Talent, management and leadership recruitment specialists.
Welcome to another episode of Leaders Path, brought to you by Middleton's Assured Talent, experts in IT and business change recruitment. Today we're going to be sharing with you our recruitment top tips, our how-to guide to help you hire the best people for your business. The first step is to create a very detailed view of what it is that you need for your business right now. What sort of skills, experience, etc. do you need to fulfill this role, and who's going to fit best in your business. Don't presume that's going to be the exact same as when you recruited for the role last time, because things can move on, and it is worth doing a fairly kind of clear analysis each time. So the first, the 2 key questions I suggest you ask yourself is, what are the objectives and the tasks that you want this particular individual to fulfill within your business? And what are the challenges they're going to face in doing that? And at this stage, you've got to be really honest with yourself on what challenges do actually exist within your business. Once you've given yourself, you've gone into those questions and given fairly detailed responses, you can start pulling together the specific skills, experience and attributes that you ideally need. Obviously, adding into that, you can think about things like the values that your business sort of shares, the employees share with each other, as well as the kind of elements of culture. These will sort of shape what the person looks like, and in the end, what you'll have is an ideal person specification for that particular role. Before you go ahead with that, prioritize the things you've got in that specification, because you're not going to find absolutely everything. So it's important at this stage that you also know what are the most critical factors that someone comes to your business with, and what are the things that you can be flexible on. Next thing to do is ask yourself, what is it about your business or this role that's going to attract the ideal candidate that you're looking for? There are many factors that are important to people when they're considering their next career step. Obviously, salary, benefits, and any performance-related pay can be important, but it's definitely not the only factors. And in fact, what we're probably seeing nowadays is there's lots of other factors that are being more important than specifically financial reward. So things like flexibility, office location, what your premises are like, what's parking like, what's public transport to your location like, other things like what's their opportunity to learn and develop skills, what's the challenge, does it feel like it's going to actually stretch them, does it feel like it's going to be interesting work, does it feel like it's going to be fun working for you, and I think the working environment in general is going to be quite important to a lot of people. The profile of your business could be a factor that would influence someone's attraction to your role, and really, the opportunity to develop their career and progress. So, get a good understanding of what it is that you think is going to be appealing to the ideal candidate that you can offer them. Ask your employees as well, why do they enjoy working with you? Now, to be frank, if you get to a point where you realise there's very little that is appealing about your particular opportunity, you've either got to change, your business. You've either got to look at how you restructure the role, or you perhaps have to just accept that you're not gonna be able to attract the best person to the role, or retain the best person. So it's again, it's worth taking a very honest view of this particular factor. So once you've done that, I would suggest you share the details of what you're looking for internally with your business, and ask for your current employees to make any recommendations of people that they know in their network that could be suitable. Obviously, it's massively valuable getting a recommendation from someone that already knows your business, and equally, they can do a very good job of selling your business to any potential candidate. So it's it's a sensible first port of call of any recruitment process that you're going to go through. I would say share it with all the people in your business. Don't presume that the most junior member can, refer in the most senior person into your business. You just don't know who they know in their network. Some organisations will incentivise a referral scheme. There's various different schools of thought on how effective it is by putting a financial reward or some kind of reward against people referring people into business. I think the key point is if you are going to incentivize it, make sure that people understand that, you know, it's not just a referral, it's a recommendation, you know, that you expect them, that they're genuinely feeling this is a good person for their business and they're not just making a referral because they think they might get some financial return. The next thing is decide, do you recruit for yourself, or do you go out and engage a recruiter to help you? You know, obviously, if you feel you've got the candidate reach and the management time to go and do the recruitment yourself, you know, go for it. It will save you money. Obviously, consider what that time costs you and any advertising might cost you in your kind of calculations of comparison of cost. If you do need to go to recruiters, I suppose there's a few key steps and an approach that I would suggest you take. First off, look for recommendations, so whether that's other business owners or actually people within your organisation. Look for recommendations of good agencies. Actually focus on agencies that seem to have recommendations for people that have had a positive candidate experience with them, rather than just, you know, as other business users using that agency. You tend to find agencies that look after the candidates are able to attract the best candidates, because people like working with those particular agencies. Ideally, just engage with one agency. I think you undoubtedly gain a much better service and more kind of transparent service from an agency when you're not creating a competitive situation where they might not earn a fee for the work that they're doing. You know, you might get agencies asking you for a small retainer, which, you know, again will further cement your relationship with them and actually might allow you to negotiate the fees and make the overall fee cheaper. Definitely invest your time at the beginning of the process. Just make sure that recruiter deeply understands what it is you're looking for. Be open to them asking questions along the way as well, because you might find they start speaking to candidates. Candidates have particular questions and they need a bit more information that's going to help them find and present the best people to you. So definitely invest that time at the beginning and be open that there's going to be an ongoing conversation. You know, it's also important that you you know, you make it clear what expectations that you have of that agency. So there's a very kind of open and partnered type sort of relationship, and equally be open to listen to them, what they expect from you, what will make the process easier for them to deliver the right people into your organisation. Treat it as a partnership and you'll get much better service, and likelihood is you'll hire better people. When they get to the point of shortlisting, I would invite the agency in, or even ask them to have a telephone briefing, so they're not just send you an email with a batch of CVs, that they're actually talking through each candidate and explaining in detail why they think that candidate is right for the role. But equally, make them comfortable that they can tell you some negatives about the candidates. No person is perfect, and you want to hear the positive and negative. So create some comfort that they can actually give you a candid view of that candidate. Again, it'll help you hire the right person. So, presuming you've then engaged an agency or you've found candidates yourself, you're now going to enter the actual kind of interview process, and it's really important that you make that a you know, an objective process and a very efficient process. You want people to go through that and leave feeling, you know, impressed by your organisation. You know, it's really kind of critical to highlight that, you know, your recruitment process is the shop front of your business. You know, whether you sell to, you know, consumer to, you know, the consumers and what you do, or whether you're a business to business, you just don't know where those people that are coming through your interview process might reappear, or who they might know, and if they've had a bad experience, they'll speak about it, and that potentially can harm, you know, you selling your services or whatever the product is that your business sells. So just be very conscious that the interview process is very critical in that sense. So, you know, and the other thing, and, you know, make sure that the interview process is, you know, measuring all the candidates on equal terms, and measuring against the ideal candidate specification. Now, of course, you're going to meet people and have a bit of a gut feel if they're right or not, but try and make it objective as well. Try and put some measures in, try and have different people's opinions involved in that recruitment process. So collectively, you'll have a fairly objective view that that person is right for your organisation. Where you are involving multiple people, make sure that they all have a clear picture of what it is that you're hiring, that they don't have differing views of the right person for your business. Of course, they're all going to have their own opinion, but I think it's got to be that they're all working towards that same ideal candidate specification. strike a balance between being thorough. You've got to take someone through the right sort of process to make sure that you're getting enough time in them to kind of qualify them for the role. But at the same time, don't make it too arduous. Don't make it too lengthy, because good candidates don't stay in the market, and you might miss out on good people if you just take too long. It's really important that throughout you let the candidate feel that it is a two-way process, that it's as much about them learning about you and getting a feel for, are you the right employer for them. Good companies even go as far as allowing the candidates to influence what that recruitment process looks like. So they might get an opportunity to say, yes, I'd really like to meet this person, or get to see this element of your business before I make a decision. So that's worth considering. It just, again, leads to a positive experience. It's really important that you communicate effectively throughout. If you're using an agency, this is a big element that you've got to stress on them, that they need to communicate very well with the candidates throughout the process. If there's positive or negative feedback, they need to pass it on. They need to close it off with candidates if they aren't being progressed. And the other thing, and it's key, that if you're going to set any timescales, make sure you adhere to those timescales. So if you say you're going to get feedback on Monday, provide feedback on Monday. If you can't 100% guarantee that there'll be feedback on Monday, just don't make the commitment, because if you break those kind of expectations that you set, it again leads to a fairly kind of less positive interview process and candidate experience. And the key thing, as I say, is just make sure that every single person leaves the organisation, your interview process, thinking positive of your business, because even if they're not right this now, they could be right in the future. And as I say, it is very much the shop front of your business. So I'd say these are 5 key top tips to help you hire the right people. More than happy to spend some time with you to help you create your ideal process within your organisation. So please do not hesitate to contact me to kind of gain that help. My number is 0113 416 6114. That's 0113 416 6114. Look forward to speaking to you again. Thanks.
Thanks for watching. For more great content like this, follow us on YouTube.